Hi, it's Mr. Weimann here, and I'm excited to read for you this poem called A Bookworm's Quizzical Poem. What's quizzical mean? Well, you know the word quiz when you're asked questions and you have to try to answer those questions. So, this poem, I hope to make a quiz asking lots of questions to help you comprehend the poem even better and get more out of it. But basically, when I wrote this poem, I want you at the end to feel and maybe even do this. Hmm, what just happened? You should be questioning yourself and the poem throughout the whole reading. Like, what's going on here? And why is this happening? To try to understand what's going on. It's almost like a mystery, right? So that's what makes this quizzical. And this was purely an experience of playing with words. And it's like a celebration of reading and poetry. So without further ado, here we go. The bookworm awoke with quite a start. His book was gone. Broke was his heart. For he had stayed up late into the night, burning a candle at both ends for more light. He feared for his hide father's severe lashes, because next to his bed was nothing but ashes. Never fool with fire, his furious father bellowed. Burn up our wormhole, you would. Hello? I'm listening, our worm cried, still surprised. He had tears streaming down from both of his eyes. My book is all gone. What will I read? Oh, smart son, returned Dad, bending knee. I see how important this book was to you. Paper bound together with stitching and glue was no more than food for my belly, is true, but for others the words are as tasty as stew. When Worm perceived his dad understood, he felt that now he actually could discuss with his father what he frequently read, the similes and metaphors bouncing round in his head, like little secrets locked up deep inside. Worm's love for poetry seemed to bury and hide. Like coming up for air when water fills the hole, Worm took a deep breath. His father, behold, in his hand the book Worm thought he had lost. With a laugh and a sigh to the bed the dad tossed, said he, I borrowed your book without asking, not realizing the love of words you were masking. And Worm saw that his father was sorry. They hugged and forgave one another in a hurry. The haste of embrace caused each one to forget the pile of ash had made Dad upset. Lucky for Worm, the more so for Dad, the pile turned out far less than bad. For upon the Worm's careful and closer looking, the pile began squirming and started shooking. Out came a phoenix as bright as could be. It flew around the tunnel, unable to see. The father and son together did help the mythical creature by leading with yelp. Through the cave to the surface, the phoenix flew to find another pair to help and renew. For father and son, Worm's feelings restored. With books like these, who could be bored? I hope you enjoyed the poem. You should be asking yourself, what does this mean? And I hope you had fun listening to the silly rhyming that I put together. I had fun, a lot of fun writing it. And I also hope that you understood some of the ideas. A phoenix is a mythical creature. It's like a bird, very colorful. It's in Harry Potter, if you've watched the movies or read the books. And what happens to the phoenix is that it lives its life and then it bursts into flame and dies. only to be reborn into a new phoenix from the pile of ash. And it just continues that cycle over and over and over. And it has magical powers. In this case, with this quizzical poem, the phoenix was the instrument. The pile of ash is what instigated or helped the father and the son have that initial conflict, or like there was the problem, right? And the father was upset that the son may have been burning candles in their wormhole. It could create a disaster if things caught on fire and they were trapped down there. Smoke could kill them, let alone fire. Um, and in the end, you come to find out it wasn't the son's wrongdoing that created that pile of ash. It was actually a phoenix, right? And come to find out, the other conflict was that the bookworm son, the worm who loves to read books, was all upset because his book was missing, was gone, and he thought that the book had burned up. Was that the case? No, the father had actually borrowed the book and had enjoyed reading it. So in the end, all is good. The son gets the book back. The pile of ashes wasn't actually the son's wrongdoing at all, but rather a phoenix. So the phoenix didn't really do much of anything except for what? Being himself, right? Going through his cycle. And there was a cycle in this poem too, wasn't there? So look for the comprehension quiz that's connected to this poetry, and try writing some of your own. Get an idea in your head, and it could even be about a story that you read, or you can do what I did and make up your own story, but put it to rhyming. Try it, it's fun.